Hello BuzzFamily and welcome to BuzzBarca. Today we'll be talking about Lamine Yamal's spectacular goal he scored against France in Euro semi-finals. We will also go over FC Barcelona's preseason, which has officially kicked off. And we will be talking about a former Barcelona player who might just be back at Barcelona under Hansi Flick as a coach. All that and much more. BuzzBarca. Starting off, let's talk about Spain's big victory against France in the Euro semi-finals. It wasn't the greatest start for Spain as they conceded really quickly into the game. But that all changed when Lamine Yamal scored his goal. He took up the ball in the middle of the field and he feinted to the right and shot it with his left, right into the back left corner. It was a wonderful strike by the 16-year-old and it was probably the goal of the tournament. Watching it live, I just could not tell you how I felt about that goal. It was just a spectacular strike, no one saw it coming and ended up right in the back of the net. Doing it at the age of 16 is just unbelievable. A player like him who's having such a wonderful tournament is something that we haven't seen in a very long time. Their finals will be this Sunday against England in the Euro Championship. It will be a very interesting game as Lamine Yamal and Spain are having a wonderful tournament and England not so much. They haven't been very convincing throughout their whole group stage and even their knockout rounds, and they've made it this far, which is an accomplishment in itself. It's going to be very interesting to see how England are going to line up in the finals because Lamine Yamal and Nico Williams are outstanding and they are currently playing without a natural left back. Kieran Trippier is the one who has been playing left back, but he's a natural right back, so he's not going to be great in that position. And Luke Shaw has been injured for most of the tournament, but he is making his way back. Even he is not 100%. It's looking really good for Spain right now as Lamine Yamal is the right winger who is going to be attacking that left back, and that is the one position in England's team that is not strong. It doesn't help that Lamine Yamal has created 6 big chances in the Euro, and that is the same amount as England has done all tournament long. This matchup is very favorable for Spain and hopefully they could come out with the victory and take it home. Moving on, let's talk about some Barcelona news for the next season. It is safe to say that Pau Cubarsí and Lamine Yamal have been registered as part of the first team squad. If you weren't aware of the situation, last season they were not actually part of the first team squad and they were just being called up. But this season they are fully registered for the first team. At FC Barcelona, the preseason has officially begun with Hansi Flick. Players have returned from their loan spells and also players from the club that are not on international duty are all there for preseason. Gavi has been training and recovering really well at Barcelona and it's looking like he is doing just as good as his timeline is. Balde on the other hand has finished his recovery and he's slowly easing his way into full practice. It's great to see both players recovering really well after their really bad injuries this past season and they are crucial members for the first team, so it's really great to have them back in the team. Preseason kicked off with players doing their physicals and Ansu Fati was there and he looked really good. He came back from Brighton and he's been training even before the preseason. Hopefully he has a spot in the team and he performs well under Hansi Flick. Pablo Torre is also back from Girona. I'm not sure if he will have an actual role in this team, but it's good to see him back and hopefully he can impress Hansi Flick. Right back, Julian Araujo is back from Las Palmas. He is someone that we can use in our team as a backup, along with Alex Valle, who is also back from loan, and the same situation applies to him but in the left back position. I hope both players do really well in preseason and impress the coaching staff. Vitor Roque has also been practicing for a very long time this past summer and he cut his vacation short just so he can put in the extra work. Marc Casado is officially a first team member and he is looking to impress Hansi Flick so he can be part of that pivot position in the team. Many other youngsters were also called up for preseason, such as Noah Darvic, who is a center attacking mid, and Hector Fort, as we all know. Along with that, we had some regulars such as Inaki Peña, Inigo Martinez, and who else but Longley. Personally speaking, this is a very exciting time to be a Barcelona fan, especially for me. I'm so excited to see how Hansi Flick is going to use these profiles in his team, who is going to stay, who is going to go, who is going to come in. I really hope a lot of these youngsters impress Hansi Flick and they can actually make it to the first team because we know La Masia has the potential to make big world-class players. And 2 of those players from La Masia that have been called up for preseason are Tony and Gul Fernandez. Both of them have been recently called Gems of La Masia and the future of Barcelona. They're both different profiles and they're actually cousins, so let's see if they can actually add to our team. If we could even find 1 to 2 players from La Masia that can add to our first team, that would be wonderful. We've all seen what Cubarsí and Lamine Yamal did last season, so let's hope we can replicate that this season and for the years to come. Keep it going, La Masia. For our final topic of the day, let's talk about a former Barcelona player that might be joining Hansi Flick's coaching staff for the next season, and his name is Thiago. He has recently retired from football and Hansi Flick wants him in his coaching staff. He would help break the language barrier in the team as Hansi Flick is learning Spanish, but he obviously hasn't learned enough in time. Thiago would be able to communicate with players in Spanish, English, and even German. He is not new to Hansi Flick as as he was playing under him in Bayern Munich. There's actually footage today of Thiago at the FC Barcelona training grounds, but nothing has been confirmed. However, it looks like there's rumors that an announcement video will be posted sometime tomorrow. So if you're watching this, that might have already happened. I'm very excited to see if this will go through, and I'm excited to see Thiago in our team. So that's gonna do it for today's video about Lamine Yamal's wonderful goal for Spain against France, the start of Hansi Flick's preseason along with Thiago, who might be joining his coaching staff. Drop a like and subscribe, it helps the channel out a ton, and see you next time. BuzzBarca!